Hello everybody, welcome back. One of your final projects of the year is to choose an everyday object. I've chosen a running shoe, so you could choose any object you like, but you could take my idea if you like. I want you to time warp this object into the future, okay? What will a running shoe look like 100 years from now? So the idea is to get your imaginations going and how can I turn this everyday object into something futuristic. So here it is, guys. This is the start. This is the sole of the shoe. And I just traced my shoe to get the size right. Traced it out twice and got the top half and the bottom, and just put a band of Bristol board all the way around, and I glued it with just a very, very simple technique of using pieces of paper bent at 90 degrees. I hot glued it down here so they stick up, and by doing that you could use that as instead of tape. Tape is sometimes ugly and gets in the way, so by using these just little tiny tabs, it's a lot neater and it's quite strong actually, and it keeps things together quite well. So I'm going to continue this, put them all the way around, and I'm going to put up the sides of the shoe that I traced out earlier. So once I have that done, I've traced out the sides of my shoe. So I just made sure that it was round enough, high enough for high top running shoes, okay? And I just basically have the basic shape of the side of a shoe. And whatever extra, I just will trim off the ends if I end up making too much right here on the tip. But it is round, so I actually used a piece of string to measure out the circumference of the shoe. Used a piece of string, put it around, and then measured how long the piece of string was with a simple ruler. Okay, now that I have the sides of my shoes put up and I have the basic shape of the running shoe, I like to put the toe covering right on top. I just want the toe to be covered with this toe bit, and so it covers up this bit, so it'll look a little bit more stylish when it is finished. And after that, I have the tongue bit of the shoe already cut out, and I would like the tongue bit to be right in the middle, glued to the front, and then I'm going to have straps going over the top, keeping the shoe closed. So I have my 90-degree tabs right here. I'm using 2 on each side, basically to keep the shoe closed around the tongue of the shoe, so you can't see on the inside. And after that, I'm going to have the laces, which are just going to be straps that are going to go across to keep the shoe completely closed. I am putting on my Futuristic laces right now. I cut a couple of pieces ahead of time. It's just Bristol board. Picked a nice accent color, and I am just going to use some glue. So they're just going over as straps. So I was thinking of folding a little bit backwards to have some sort of tab, and then putting just stick glue at the end, and it's just really important. These are very, very simple details, but put them on nicely. Use a ruler, use a nice pair of scissors. I have a piece of Model Magic that I wanted to add to the sole of the shoe, just to add a little bit of oomph, a little bit of power, and a little bit of thickness. So I applied some just white glue down to make sure the Model Magic sticks nice and permanently. to the shoe. I'm starting from the middle. I've been working on the jet engine that is powering our futuristic shoe. So first, the Model Magic dried nicely, and I just went around with a popsicle stick and just made little tiny marks just to give a little bit of texture, a little bit of interest to the sole of the shoe. And it looks kind of fun. And now it is the jet engine. So I'm going to make two, one for the other side. So this one is just plain, just Bristol board, cut to size, and I used the size of a tape roll, the size of a glue stick to help me roll it so it's nice and round. And then I just used a little bit of hot glue to put it together. For the flames, I just rolled up a little bit of construction paper, some pink, some fuchsia construction paper, and I just rolled it up. To about here. So to make the flames, very easy. You just take some scissors and cut triangles. For the nozzle right here, I cut some construction paper into a triangle, same color. So a triangle, and just make it look like a party hat. And then on the other side, you glue it on to the side. So here we go. Here we have our futuristic shoe. So the whole point of this project was to take a contemporary object and just throw it into the future. It didn't have to be a shoe. It could be a book. It could be your favorite toy. It could be a skateboard. It could be your bicycle. What does this contemporary object look like in the future, 50, 100 years from now? Who knows? And try to build a scale model of it, and to try to construct it with simple materials. Obviously, whatever you could find around your art room. Does not have to be exact, and it does not have to work. So the whole idea is to get your imagination going and figure things out and see if things will work out for you. So I hope this video finds you happy, healthy, and almost ready for the summer vacation. So see you next time.